Please stand by with us. I want to bring in Bill O'Reilly, host of the No Spin News on BillO'Reilly.com. Bill, there is something about violence to political motives or messaging motives, if you want to call it, being normalized in America. There's also something else about this, though. Seeing that man walk in with that gun to an office building in New York, I think gives a lot of folks just this incredible feeling of unease and unsafeness.
Well, I can't speculate about any of that. I can tell you that in New York City, there's a great fear on the part of many people, and that is because of the rise of social disorder. We've seen it in San Francisco, Los Angeles, Chicago, Baltimore, other towns. But in New York City, the largest and most powerful city in the country, people are very uneasy. And the reason they are is because the system has collapsed, the justice system. And the police do a tremendous job because violent crime is actually falling in New York City. And that's because of the skilled police officers, not because of the courts, which kick out people, as everybody knows, with no bail who are violent. And a lot of the crimes are not reported. So I don't know how accurate this crime stats are. But I live 8 miles outside of the Queen border. And when I have to go into New York City, everybody knows me, and I know the city as well as anyone, and they engage me in conversation. I always ask, hey, how do you feel about, going to work? How do you feel about going on a subway, to buses? How about your kids? Are you worried about them? 100% are very, very uneasy about what is happening in the city. And it's not hard to figure out why it's happening.
No, I hear you.
You've got people in charge.
What's the difference, though? And I think it's important as we watch this moment crystallize on national television. We are all focused on it because it happened in Midtown Manhattan. Over the July 4th holiday, 4 killed, 14 hurt in Chicago mass shooting. There was a similar event in Philadelphia. These kinds of mass shootings happen almost every weekend in major American cities, but not in Midtown Manhattan. They're in predominantly African-American or minority communities. They're often at night, and nobody seems to care. What is it about this that strikes that nerve?
Well, this is a targeted killing, could be political, but I'm not going to speculate because I don't know. In the Philadelphia and Chicago, those are neighborhood killings. Those neighborhoods are controlled by drug gangs, and they wipe out the other drug gangs. And that's what you see, this horrendous level of violence fighting over the narcotics trade. But again, the commonality is that the people in charge don't really care. They're not trying to solve the problem. Mayor Adams in New York City, Governor Hochul, governor of the state, they don't try to solve the problem. They don't. And the legislature is insanely left-wing. So once you have a culture of violence, which you do have in New York City, Philadelphia, Chicago, LA, San Francisco, you have a culture of violence.
Can we compare the
time.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.